Jacob braces for revenge. Esau runs for reconciliation. But what if this story is about more than two brothers? Genesis 33 is the chapter where Jacob finally meets Esau face to face. After years of betrayal, deceit, and running, Jacob expects the showdown of his life. He lines up his family, bows 7 times, and waits for Esau's wrath. And then, the twist. Esau runs, not to strike him, but to embrace him. He kisses him, and they weep together. It's one of the rawest moments of reconciliation in the Bible. I used to picture Esau with a sword in his hand, but instead he came with tears. And here's the kicker. Jacob had spent all night wrestling God in Genesis 32, but in Genesis 33, he wrestles his own fear. This scene shows the church something powerful. Reconciliation isn't built on our scheming or bribes. It's born out of grace. Paul later wrote in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 18, that God reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. Esau's hug feels like a sneak preview of the cross. Jacob, still cautious, offers gifts, trying to make peace by payment. Esau says, "I have enough, my brother." That hits me. It's like Esau was saying, "The debt is gone, you don't owe me anymore." That's the heart of the gospel. The bride of Christ, the church, doesn't live by constant bribes or proving ourselves. We live in the reality of a debt already paid. Paul puts it even clearer in Romans 5, verse 10. While we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his Son. Then Jacob says something striking. "Seeing your face is like seeing the face of God now that you have received me favorably." Think about that. Jacob had just literally wrestled God, but now he says he sees God's face in Esau's forgiveness. That's the church's hidden call. To reflect God's forgiveness so deeply that the world sees him in our embrace, not just in our sermons. Genesis 33 ends with Jacob settling in the land, building an altar, and naming it El Elohe Israel, God, the God of Israel. The limp from Genesis 32 hasn't gone away, but now it's joined by reconciliation. That's the rhythm of the church, broken yet reconciled, humbled yet embraced, limping yet loved. So Genesis 33 isn't just a family reunion. It's the bride of Christ living in forgiveness, carrying reconciliation as her mark, and learning that sometimes the scariest encounters turn into the greatest graces. If you believe the church is still living proof of God's reconciliation, then put the word embrace in the comments. Because in Christ's bride, the face of forgiveness is where we finally see the face of God.